Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Crossword. Today's Thursday, June 20th. Let's get started. Evidence collector for short? Like a private eye sort of thing? They used to call these a tech in dated slang. I don't know. Could be some other things. Airport acquisitions. What do you buy at an airport? I don't know. Transporters not allowed on highways in brief. No, not transports. Not transporters, but transports. Transports not allowed on highways in brief. I don't know. Homecoming of a sort. I don't know. ETA? No. Lead in to normative. Hetero? Protection against tampering. A seal? Breath. I don't know. Marathoner's focus. Stamina. Time. Pace? They talk about pace a lot in marathons. Vapes lack. Tobacco? Ash? Most lachrymose teariest. Kind of electrons on the outermost shell of an atom. Those are the valence ones, right? HAL? What is this going to be? IBM over here? ATVs. Dancers Hall. Dancer? Oh, like the reindeer. Haul a sleigh. Marathoners focus hail? I guess. I just know that as a general word meaning healthy. I don't know. Or health. Hiking gear chain, REI. Yeah. Trial figure. Like a judge, maybe? I don't know. Itinerant. Like a nomad is an itinerant? Or a rover? What the March Hare dips his watch in? Probably tea, right? Subject line abbreviation. Attention? Do you write that in the subject line? You write it on an envelope. Maybe on the subject line of an email? Bowling pin shaped creature of Al Cap cartoons? What the hell? I don't know. Ain't no creatures shaped like bowling pins. Lorelei's place of business on Gilmore Girls. Oh gosh, I don't know. They ran like was it like a bakery or a cafe or something? Some sort of eatery. Process of cell division. Mitosis, right? Maybe it's not heteronormative, but something else? Is it meiosis? M-E-I-osis? That's a different thing. I think mitosis is division. Inspiration for an essay writer, a prompt. Technology used in seafloor mapping? I mean, they must use sonar, right? This really looks like hetero. So maybe it's meiosis. I don't know. Breath inspiration? Spechal. Bowling pin shaped creature. This looks like attention. And nomad, yeah. Airport acquisitions. I guess you can get a stamp on your passport. Sure. Kids menu go with a crayon. Reaching across. Well, spanning, except sonar, right? Spraying. Sprawling. Neighbor of New York? Oh, no. My geography is terrible. I don't know. Brand for bakers? Don't know. Get bronze. To get bronze is to tan? To sun something? Crayon could be wrong. That's no problem. Mens rea, for example, it's a legal concept. It's intent. It's sanity. Lorelei's place of business. Oh, geez, I don't know. Well, we might get something out of this cross. If crayon could easily be wrong. Kind of. Kind of. I don't know. Hanger-on is a leech, I guess? Slop spots? Like troughs? Don't know. Over it. Over it. Blasé? To get out of Dodge is to escape to, I don't know. Fancy few could be the elite. U.S. city where the frozen margarita was invented. Dallas? I don't know. In reserve. Remaining. I don't know. Name associated with blue ribbons. Pabst, the alcohol beer thing. IPA? Wild ingredient in some beers. Wild yeast? So why would spraying be reaching across? It's not, clearly. And hail is like weird, right? Like, it's not crazy as an answer, but I didn't think that's what hail meant. So something's going on here. Oops, that should be an S. Fancy few. Okay, we're going to have to understand the theme at some point. Loud kiss. A smack. Staff note. Like a clef? On a musical staff? On the way? Monk's style. What kind of monk are you talking about, man? Accessibility law initials, the American Disabilities Act. Americans with Disabilities Act, I think. Walked for a cause. What do you call that? It probably won't be right because I don't understand the theme yet, but they have like a walkathon, right? Fundraised. Fundrose fits, but I don't think you can say that. Prisoner's reprieve, like a stay of execution. Or parole, actually. They didn't say it was a death row inmate. Issue in a group project, perhaps. Credit? How you divide the labor? I don't know. Went from a trot to a canter, sped up. Wowzers. Boa you wouldn't want around your neck. A snake. How do I write snake in this many letters? Constrictor. Anaconda? Is that a boa? It probably is, right? Yeah. Smooth. Slick. Something to pick up at will call. A ticket. Get out of Dodge. Alive? Maybe. Slop spots. Oh, styes. I.e. pigsty plural, I think. Gullible. Can't think of a word for that. You're naive? Yes. Doesn't look like it's alive. Symbol of industry? Kind of. A bit. Busy bee. Yeah, industrious. In reserve on ice. OMG? Ego in a group project. Sidekick of 1950s TV. Don't know. 1950s is a long time ago. Dress down, to berate, to reprimand, to take to task. He played Mary Richards' boss at WJM-TV. What the hell is that? I don't know. Former parent company of NBC. RKO, maybe? RCA? Like some clocks. I don't know. I mean, something's clearly going wrong here. I think ADA is right. So parole must be wrong because it makes too much sense. Have a way with words. Interesting. Debate? If you have a way, like you're kind of having at someone, I think. If you do it with words, you're debating. Like some clocks. Alarms? Not in love with that. Enhances. Adds to. Picketed? This could be oh my gosh, right? Dress down. Well, debate looks like it's still wrong. Deal. Done. Commercial identifiers are what 4 pairs of answers must do in order to match their clues. Commercial identifiers. I don't know. Hopefully I get enough crosses to figure this out. Organic USDA. Take baby steps to toddle. TV relative who wears a bowler hat and sunglasses. Mr. T? Is he a relative? What does that mean? Related to a main character in whatever he was in? Maybe. Dope is fat, and to partake of is to eat. Roger's cousin. Are we looking for Roger Wilco? Position held by a woman at roughly 10% of Fortune 500 companies. I mean, I would think CFO or CEO or something like that, right? This isn't alarms, even though Mr. T came out right. On the lam, maybe? Fancy few could be least. If you were least somehow. Fivesums. Pen. Well, it doesn't seem to be Roger Wilco. I don't think this is right either. Pentads? Staff note is a memo. Bebop? Is that a... Oh, Monk is the name of some particular artist, isn't it? Maybe a bebop guy. President during the era of good feelings. Oh, gosh. When was that? I don't know. Like some clocks. Atomic. It's not Mr. T. Ice T? No. Have a way with words. Debate. I'm going back to debate now. Cousin It is a relative of the Addams family. I see. Eccentric. Kooky. I don't know. He played Mary Richards' boss. Yeah, I don't know. I think this probably starts with R. Like I said, RCA or RKO are two big old media companies. OBD. This is what bugs me. So maybe it's still not debate? Just scold. Ah! And maybe this is to delete. This kind of has to be parted, right? Even though I still don't know why. Asner. That's an actor from the olden days. RCA. Something names. Brand names. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Eccentric. Don't know. Calculations often expressed with plus or minus. Certain Ivy Leaguer. I mean, toddler is looking a little wrong. Roger and yes, sir. Well, an Eli is a certain Ivy Leaguer, right? So maybe Toddle is right, and it's not brand names, it's something else. Eccentric. Kooky. Sidekick. I have no idea. Monroe. Picked on. Dottie is eccentric. Tonto. From what show? Is that Geronimo? I don't really know. The Lone Ranger. Trade names. I see. Maybe. Odds, yeah, plus and minus, I guess. Are they? Whatever. So, breath. Oh, I have inspiration, but like, it doesn't fit. It must be aspiration. Okay, so... What do you mean trade names? Bowling pin shaped creature? Shrek? I don't know. Trade names. Okay. Get out of Dodge. Fancy few. Fancy Feast? Ali is a name. The A-list is a fancy few. And to get a Dodge is to leave. Okay, so you're just swapping the three letters. And they're supposed to be names as well. Does that work down here? Picketed is walked for a cause, I guess. And a pardon is a reprieve. Yeah, okay. So I don't get this. Marathoner's focus. I mean, it can't be pyre, right? Also, pyre isn't a name. But okay, we know over here, this should be inhalation. And this is a crayon. What do I need over here to be reaching across? Spanning? A cannon. And over here, I mean, I need paste, don't I? But pack isn't a name. So I need something else over here. I don't know. Okay, maybe the letters I have now help. Is it an in? Is that all I'm supposed to say? They work at an in, maybe? I don't think so, though. Maybe insulation? Oh, then it would be Soul, which is not really a word. Get bronze is to suntan, as I thought it might be. Evidence collector. CSI? Brand for bakers is Crisco. Homecoming of a sort. Hut? Why would that be a homecoming? Hue? Hug? I don't think... Oh, that's an R. Why do you think there was an H? I wasn't looking at the screen. It's not like I was staring at it for age. I just thought I remembered it being an H. Homecoming. R-U blank. Rug? Doesn't make much sense. Run? Rum? I don't know. None of that seems good. Trial figure. A stenographer. I guess it is just an in. Neighbor of New York must be Ontario. It is intent. Oh, homecoming, a run in baseball is... Okay, I see. Intimation, and we get marathoners care about time. Oof. Okay, I kind of despaired. I was worried I wouldn't get there. But I knew eventually I might understand the theme, and that would give me a new break-in in this area. And I finally did, and that was how I got there. So, what? Hello? Let me leave? Anyway, yeah, I like that puzzle. Sizzlingly popular. Hot. Counterpieces at wedding centerpieces at wedding receptions. Cakes? Maybe. Bird related. Avian. Modern payment app. Venmo. Feeling you might have while pacing the floor. Agita. Nerve. Sassy little brat is a snot. Vina cava. Angst? Okay. Let's take Haven. That's a good word. Into the Wordle. Niece. Okay. Can't be ocean. Putting the N second is pretty tough, right? Because where does the C go? Not the beginning. And if it's the end, you get this, which is very difficult. So I think the N is probably fourth. Which means the C is near the beginning, and we have something like this, but with one of the first two X's as a C. Scent, maybe? Yeah. Lastly, the connections. Washers and nails and bolts are all like little metal keeping things together tools. Connectors. So is a nut and a screw. Maybe a rod as well. A fly, a hook, a line, maybe a sink. A sinker, yes. That is a fishing thing. So is a rod, though. It's funny, we have hook, line, and sinker in here. There's got to be one other that goes with it. Mirror, we haven't seen anything for yet. Nor... strike? Mirror and strike. I mean, these... and chair. So far we have metal connectors, fishing stuff, and I think those are the only two groups I've found. They just both have a lot of things that could go in them. So dryer we also don't know about, right? I see washer and dryer next to each other, but like, come on. Don't fall for that. I don't see anything that holds these four together, which just means they aren't necessarily all part of the same group. There's still two groups left to find. Bug? We haven't really found a bug yet. Like, yeah, you can put a bug on a fishing line as bait for some kinds of fish, but it's not very convincing, right? And fly, like, yeah, that's a fishing thing. But bug and fly, I don't know. Tough. There's too many options. I mean, a washer, a nut, and a bolt. I mean that's a group. But then, like, what's the difference between a washer and a nut? Aren't those the same? I don't know. Like a bolt, a screw, and a nail are kind of similar to me. Whereas washers and nuts are kind of things that are screwed onto a bolt or something like that. I think. I don't know. Things at a salon, like they have a dryer and a chair and a mirror, like a barber shop kind of thing. Or a hair salon, whatever. Yeah, I kind of like that as the fourth group. What would go with it? Like a sink? Hair salon fixtures. So I still have fishing tools and connecting tools. And then a whole other group that I haven't found? Strike is part of that group. Hook? Are these like... I don't know, boxing terms or something? Hit him with that sinker, man. I don't know. Oh, wait, baseball terms. A strike. A screwball? A fly ball. And I guess a sinker? No, a line ball. Like a line drive, right? I think a sinker does exist. It's a kind of pitch that goes low. Or they call it a slider, I think? Maybe a sinker doesn't exist. So then I'd have what for my connectors? Washer, bolt, nut. One of these. Nail, I guess. And then hook, sinker, bug, and rod for fishing. That makes sense. No, not sinker. No, don't tell me I'm off by 2 here. Shoot. Fly, strike, line, screw. I mean, fly ball, screwball. There aren't really any 2 other balls that you can actually write the word ball after. Washer, bolt, nut, screw. We're still missing one. Or rather, we still have one too many. We have nail. Nuts and bolts, washers and screws? Hook, sinker, line, and I don't really know what the fly is versus what the rod is. But I guess you're going to need a rod if you're going to go fishing. None of these is... yeah. Nope. A fly? I don't know. Fishing gear. Okay. Well, this still hasn't really helped me, right? Bolt, washer, nut. What is a bug doing here? What is bug doing here? Nail, bolt, screw, and rod? I don't know. Send me to hell. I don't know what any of this shit is. I want to resign. Bits of hardware. Lightning blank. Okay. I liked my baseball idea. I guess it didn't turn out right, but it was kind of a loose group because they were baseball terms, but some of them were partial terms, some of them were complete terms, some of them wanted balls, some of them didn't. I don't know. Anyway, the connections got me, but I conquered the puzzles that track your streak, so we'll just pretend this didn't happen. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.